How y'all doing? This is John with Proficient Mower. Also work as Briggs fan on JustAnswer.com. So I'm going to be shooting kind of like a couple parts in this video here. It's going to be a couple videos in this whole thing. Basically, then I was coming home from a repair and doing a repair on a customer's mower, and I found this here, which is decent little push mower put out in the trash. I grabbed it not knowing what it needed, because you can always, pull things like the coil, the carburetor, things like that. So anytime they're thrown out, I'll grab them and then scrap the rest, It's a Boland's. It had another lawnmower repair shop sticker on it right here. I pulled that off because, if I do get it running, you don't want to give any sort of bad publicity towards another local business. So I did pull that off, but we're going to check it out. We're going to diagnose it. We're going to find out what's wrong with it, and hopefully we will fix it and find it a new home and sell it. So that's what the idea is with this. So here we go, just checking it out basically. The handlebars look like they're pretty bent right there. That seems to be a frequent thing, and that happens a lot because people decide to pretty much, they don't loosen the handlebars all the way, and then they push them over to fold them up, to put them in their car, to take them here. This side looks good. I think with the proper, see, this isn't even turning the nut here. We'll get them off and we'll put the proper bolts on. Probably still get them to grip. Checking the cable. Cable's still free, so let's see if it's locked up or anything. It's got oil in it. The oil does smell just like oil. You always want to check it. I mean, as bad as it sounds, you want to smell the oil, just because if it smells like gasoline, you don't want to try to start it. This oil smells like oil, so let's go ahead and do that. It's probably a few years old. It's not too bad. Maybe it could be 7 years old even. It's got some gasoline in it. Let's see how the gas smells. Alright, gas smells good. That's pretty cool. So basically, they could have basically pulled it out for the season, and if the carburetor's gummed up, it won't start. There's other things. Usually when you see them in the trash, they're either locked up, they won't start, or they got a bent crank. It's one or the other. Another interesting, cool thing about this one here is it is a Boland's, which is made by MTD, but you see it says Troy Built LLC. MTD now owns Troy Built, Boland's, White, Cub Cadet, trying to think of what else. They might even own Ryobi, I think, now, but they've bought out a lot of the old companies and stuff. So I mean, it is a Boland's, but MTD pretty much makes all these mowers. They just throw a different paint job on them, and they just pretty much also just put a different sticker on them. But I mean, if you went to get a Troy Built push mower or an MTD yard machine, you're going to get the same thing, just in a red one. Let me put my head strap on. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it to fire up, or see what's going on with it. These are here we go. This is a primer. Prime it about 3 times. Or 5. These are my favorite things to do now, because I really like finding them and pulling them out of the trash and trying to fix them, because you don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got a pretty wicked vibration. It's not dancing all over the concrete, but I'm betting it's got a bent crank on it. Listen to it when you lift it up. It runs remarkably well. It does have a vibration in the handles. I'm thinking the thing's got a bent crank. Let's throw it up on here on the tailgate, and we're going to take a look at it. If it's a bent crank, the most awesome part about it is a lot of shops don't fix them. I do. I've invested in a crankshaft straightener a long time ago, and it's been worth its weight for sure. Let's go and put this bad boy up here real quick so we can just take a look. It doesn't look bent, but then again, it's got a pretty hard vibration. One thing you can do is this. Put your finger here, spin it around, see where it comes. And that's measuring about even. You can also eye the bolt, and if you look at this bolt, you can see it dancing a little bit. I'm thinking she's got a bent crank. Looks like it's hit some stuff too. Oh yeah, look at that. So most likely this thing's just got a bent crank on it. It's gonna have to pull the motor and straighten it, and you know, we'll check the blade out, replace the blade. He might have put another blade, I don't know. It doesn't look like. A lot of times the dead giveaways, you'll have a brand new blade on it and it'll vibrate all over the concrete and everything like it's so there we go. Make sure you can see this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start working on getting this motor prepped then to be put on a straightener. I mean, it's just got a pretty bad vibration unless it's something internal in the motor, but I don't think so. I'm thinking that's possibly going to be the crankshaft. The other thing it could be though is if like the rod was coming loose, but usually there's a lot of slap to that and stuff. This thing's got really good until you lift it up and then you hear this bad vibration. So let's see what we've got. There we are. There we go. Okay. First thing you're going to need on the MTDs is a 5/8. It's your first one you usually go to with these. So betcha, right there, 5/8. Go ahead and pull this off too as well. There we go. Not that I've ever had one turn over on me, but I don't want to. There we go. Ready? There we go. Pull the blade off. Now you will have to get that adapter off. That's going to be the fun part again. So let's put a screw up in here real quick, see if we can do it. It doesn't look knocked though. That's the crazy part. Crank isn't loose. I want to put it on a straightener just to check it out, but let's see. I mean, let me turn it and look again. And put this on like this. This one's coming off fairly easy. It's great for as much rust as on it. So you're gonna take your blade adapter off. What is that? More string. Somebody's hit something pretty good. Okay. So now if we have to pull that engine off, it's off. You still probably want to take a just so the sleeve fits over it and stuff, and this will fit back. Oh, yeah. It looks like it might have, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it could have been whacked a little bit, the way that it's kind of shaped right there, but that also could be the way it's made. Let's find out. Let's see something. I was hoping we could pull this with it, but might not be able to. Alright. No worries. So here's what we're gonna do. Gonna get our half-inch wrench out, half-inch socket, I mean, and we'll loosen up all the bolts on the engine, just in case. And a lot of times, if you're dealing with a lawnmower with a bent crank, the next thing you need to check for is a cracked deck, because that does happen. Sometimes the vibration will actually go down to the deck, and when that happens, then your motor is, I mean, your motor might be able to be saved, but your motor might be able to be saved, but your deck could be toast. There we go. Let's do this last one, kind of loosey-goosey. Alright, so the engine's going to want to pop up, so you put your hand here. Alright, motor's free as a bird. There we go. Now, I can also, if I want to, I can go ahead and you'll disconnect here. This is your cable to do your you know, to grab the blade, the safety brake on the blade, basically the dead man switch. So you push that end in, you push that end in, and then you can pull back and pop out. That's good. So that's off. The only thing you have left is the starter up top. So let's go ahead. We'll wheel this thing a little forward here. Don't fall off. Loosen this up right up here. There we go. Engine's free. So now you can pick it up. Just be careful, your muffler's really hot still. Alright, how's your deck look? Any cracks? No, that isn't a crack. I thought it was, but it's actually just a deep scratch. Deck looks pretty good. It's dirty. We'll clean it up. Yeah, it's starting to peel there. Just leave that though. There's no point in pulling that up because then you're going to have to repaint it. Alright, so let's check a few things while we have the motor here. We're going to free off the top, the gas tank, and everything else. So here we go. Let's take these two screws out.